What is our welcome back to another video during episode. This is quicker than I thought. I literally just went to Spain and I saw 3 people voting for a run, so I guess I'll go for a run. It was raining when I went to Spain just now. So that's gonna be interesting if I intend to run um for pace. If I intend to run for pace and the ground is wet, I might fall a few times, honestly. But that would be quite funny. But yeah, I go for a run. Look at this grocery shop haul. Got 1 kg of ground beef. We got bananas. Putting them next to my other bananas. I usually try to eat like 2 a day or so. And we've oh fuck. This could be bad. Wait a minute. Please don't fire. Well, we've got 5 kgs of flour. Wait, this way. I bought it because I'm low-key making pancakes every day right now. Don't know where I'm gonna put it. Just put it there right now. What else we got? We got wraps, 12 wraps, 2 packs of 6. Cause I'm gonna make burritos. I'm gonna make a bunch of burritos over the weekend. That's also what the ground beef is for. Or minced beef, I guess. It's not ground beef yet. And also bell pepper. And a bunch of applesauce for the pancakes. Oh, and I bought protein powder. Oh, I still have this one. This meal prep this yesterday. This is gnocchi with bell pepper and tomatoes and sauce. So I've made everything, of course. And then we got another one of these. This shit. Serious math, just bought it. I'm carrying it like I'm order forming like this. Here, I got another one. I'll put it here because I genuinely I need to take this out today. My kitchen is so full of shit right now. Yeah, it is what it is. Yo, while I was on my way to Spain, I was listening to music, alright? I was also thinking how it's crazy. It's quite cool actually. When I go to restaurants with my friends, specifically with my friends, not with family, then I always have then I always feel better. When I go to restaurants with my family, first of all, the only family I have here is my uncle, my aunt, my cousins, right? But they are, I don't know, we usually go to very expensive restaurants with them because they're rich. Quite lucky. But which is also very rare, I do have to say. It's not like I do that on a regular. But still my family is very there's a lot going on, right? I don't trust them. Well, not with myself, I would say, yeah. I trust them in terms of they're quite reliable, I guess, and I trust that they, I trust them in some ways, but I definitely do not trust them with, deeper parts of myself. No, definitely no fucking way. But when I go with my friends to restaurants, which was, I think I went with friends to restaurants 3 times here in Jib. I think I went with a friend once, just me and her. And then, did I go just twice? Oh, well, I guess when I go to cafes as well, with friends. Or, yeah, and then my birthday. But every time I go to cafes or restaurants, every time I'm with my friends, I end up yapping with strangers. What I essentially thought about, this is just me glazing myself really. How charismatic I am, it's quite cool. I mean, the one time I went to a restaurant with my friend 101, it was for lunch, and I remember tipping the waiter 10 euros, I think. I only had euros. I still only have euros. But I wanted to give him pounds, but I didn't. So I gave him euros, and I gave him like 10 euros, and he was like, "Yo, my friend," and he like he genuinely hugged me, dapped me up like 4 times. And he was so happy. That was so cool. I love tipping people. That was a fun interaction. And I guess when I went to a cafe, or a couple of times to study at one point, because I usually just get myself a coffee, like a black coffee before work, and then afterwards a white coffee, a white mocha, white chocolate mocha rewarding myself. Um, and then one time when I actually got food, I also was talking to a waiter, and now low-key the rest of the staff also knows me. I've been there like once recently. I haven't been there in weeks because I'm done with my assignments. Probably gonna go there again when I want to study for the final exams. But I haven't been there in weeks, and still the staff was like, "Oh, you're that guy." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" That's okay. I haven't even talked to them. Like I've just talked to one guy of the staff, and still the others know me. That's kind of fun. And then, well, for my birthday, right, when I went to this, for me, really fancy restaurant. For my uncle, for rich people, it's probably not that fancy, but still, it was quite fancy, I have to say. And I ended up going to the waiter to ask how much the bill was, and what ended up happening, right? If you didn't watch the birthday video, but I ended up speaking to the manager for like half an hour, if not longer, just out of nowhere. There was just a woman sitting working on her laptop at like 10 p.m. And I was like, "What the hell? Are you working?" And then, right, go watch that video. That was a cool one. Honestly, my birthday this year was great. It was the best birthday I've had yet. I'm quite happy I did that. I'm quite happy I invited my friends for dinner, and I'm quite happy they enjoyed themselves because I enjoyed myself as well. So it was worth spending, my bank account on that. It was worth it, honestly, it was worth it. But yeah, that's so cool. That's like a trait that I do have to say that is quite amazing. And that is such a shame that more people do not have, because like, bro, I don't know. I don't even know when or why, but at one point of my self-improvement journey, I remember I was like, I want to be charismatic. I think it was connected to leadership or whatever. I'm not even sure, to be honest. I don't know. At one point, I just read a few books about charisma and watched a few videos about charisma, and then also I just hit my steps goal on my watch. Type shit. Uh, um, and then obviously the most important step is I try to implement some of that into my own life and practiced, I guess. Yeah. Real world practice is the most important part, definitely. So obviously I did that. Now I'm charismatic. Now I'm super cool. If you want to become like me, buy my course or something. Don't have the course. Yeah, speaking about my course, the one that I wanted to do, I don't think I'm gonna ask money for that. Like, I genuinely feel so bad for asking for money for information. Because like, I've gotten to the point, I think I said this before, but I've gotten to the point where I am right now simply through free resources apart from the books. Okay, the books I pay money for that because I like reading books physically. I could have read them online. I read a few books online, like as PDFs or whatever. It's possible. But like, I like the physical ones. Actually, this reminds me, there's a bunch of books I have not touched in a while. Or that I have not touched yet at all. There's like a bunch. Actually, I now want to read some of them. Yeah. I remember I ordered some of them before coming to Jib, and they arrived like a few days late, too late. I asked my mom to send them to me. Yeah. But damn, I just crashed onto my bed, like on purpose. I should eat actually. I'm gonna finish the rest of my protein pancakes. They look so awesome. Honestly, the protein powder that I mixed them with this time was strawberry flavored instead of chocolate flavored. But it's still good. Chocolate flavored is obviously goated, but like, I didn't think it would be that good. Wait. I need to organize my fridge for a second. Because I need applesauce. This is not clean. Well, this is wet. I mean, this is clean. Okay. Clean and not wet. Temperature. Okay. This is so odd. Genuinely, I was just listening to music. How long was I in Spain for? Grocery shop. I mean, the walk there also took a while. I think I was there for like 2 hours. Yeah, that's as I expected roughly. Oh my god, also on my way to the bus, literally when I left the dorms, I saw a guy who already graduated. And I worked on my uncle's boat with him actually. That's kind of crazy. That's how I met him. He's the first person I met here in Jib. But he's like, I'm like, what are you doing at the dorms? Because he doesn't live here. He's like, ask no questions and I won't lie, bro. So he said he went out yesterday, went to La Linea, partied, and then came back probably with some girl here. Good for him. But it was just funny seeing him. We talked a bit. Apparently he's gonna move to another spot here in Gibraltar, which is kind of cool. Good for him. I also really want to move so bad. Like, what is this room, bro? This one room apartment, bro. I don't like it. And I don't like how small my kitchen is. Honestly, that's a big L. I do have to say. I really want to move. It's okay. But, okay, so I just came back. It's 2. 3 people voted for a run. Before 3, which is good. So I will go for a run. And then, when will I go for a run though? Around 4. I will eat now, gain some energy, or maybe 3:30-ish. Yeah. So that's gonna be cool. If I fall, if I slip because of the rain, I'm gonna laugh. And I'm gonna video journal again if that happens. If that doesn't happen, I might not do one. It depends how my run is, to be honest. And honestly, recently, I don't feel like listening to music anymore. You know, yesterday or 2 days ago, I was making protein pancakes as usual for my breakfast. I was listening to music and I was vibing. But then it stopped, right? I said it. But when I stopped cooking, the vibe stopped. And I think yesterday and today, when I listened to music while I was cooking, I was like, nah. So, yeah. I don't know. There's phases, like in terms of me listening to music. Like, I don't know. I've not met many people. I don't think I've met anyone who's I like many people that I know. Essentially, everyone I know listens to music whenever, but they're never like for me. There's periods of time where I genuinely am I just feel uncomfortable listening to music. Like it's like a feeling of like disgust, low key. Like sometimes there's phases when I like really want to listen to music, and then there's phases where I genuinely cannot listen to music. It's just like I don't know. But I might be coming into one of those phases again. Same with content consumption, to be honest. There's phases where I binge watch something, and then after some time, depends generally. Sometimes it's after a week, after a few weeks, after a month, after a few months. For roughly the same period of time that I binge watched, I do not consume anything at all because I'm just so like disgusted low-key by it. I don't know. Very strange. I've not heard of anyone else who's like that in that sense. So let me know if you are. What else? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's raining. I said this. I hope it will not rain tonight because I said this in the first one, didn't I? Because that means networking will not be possible. I don't know, bro. I'm tired, Loki. I might. Oh, I'll probably eat and lay down for like half an hour, an hour. I've still got a Yappers YouTube video to watch. A fellow Yappers YouTube video. Because I didn't watch it yesterday. So, yeah. The same too. Yeah. Okay. Is it? Yeah. This is definitely better now. Like in comparison to the last two video journalists that I filmed, where I said I feel kind of dirty in my speech. This one is better. Like after, I don't know. Maybe it's the rain. I think it's the rain. I love the rain. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But I don't feel like dirty anymore in that sense. That's crazy. That's so crazy. I don't feel like my speech is dirty anymore. Unclean, whatever. But at the same time, I also don't want to talk still. So, peace. And I'm still going to do something social. Oh my god, this reminds me. I asked a friend from class. She's the class representative. I asked her to email the teacher and ask what exactly will be on the exam, because a second year student told me that's what he did last year, and she said it. So I asked her because I didn't want to ask, and she did, and the reply she got was literally worthless, like genuinely worthless. It would have low-key been better if she had just ghosted her, because what she said was last year, what she said was what, topics will be included. This time she said, "We have covered this in the last session this year. Please look at your notes." Bitch. Honestly, if she would have ghosted her, it would have been better. Because, like, bro, she keeps on saying how we should message her because she will help us. And then she pulls this move. That's not a good look. I don't like people who say something and then not do it. I don't like it when people's words and actions don't align. I genuinely despise such people. I cannot respect those, yeah, honestly. It is what it is. As much as I genuinely try, like once people, especially when they repeatedly do it, and like it's obviously one thing if you do it, but then you change. So many people also don't change, so I guess that's not to be expected. But like, let's say a friend of mine, he's on self-improvement and he does shit like that. But then, is that a wasp in my room? Yup. Cool. What the fuck? Fuck you. Why is there a wasp in my room? How am I gonna get her out? I need a glass. Man. Wait, I've actually got... I got this shit. A friend left it here. Yeah, I figured something out. That's so annoying, actually. I hate insects. I hate humans. I hate everything, bro. Did I say... I think I said this, but like... Oh yeah, I did say this. Recently. I say it again because it was so fun. I was listening to an hour-long audio of a friend outside in the sun, and there was a bunch of tourists walking by. And then I said in the audio, I replied to him and I was like, bro, at one point, there's so many tourists here. I'm so annoyed. Can they all just fuck off? I hate people. And then there was way fewer tourists for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then suddenly animals started coming out, like birds and fucking lizards and butterflies, and I felt like a Disney princess. That was quite cool. Okay, enough yapping now. Now we get to eating and then to running. Peace out. See you in the next one.